is it so shaded? How is that worse? They. Just a lump of clay right now. No, I never did clay on Periscope. Did you used to watch someone on Periscope do clay? What is that? That's nice. What am I doing? I'm throwing clay. Throwing pots. Really don't know what I'm throwing yet. Mainly just throwing to throw. It's been a while since I've done this. Hey Malcolm, how you doing, man? Getting good birds at your bird feeders? It's not for sale, Dream World. I read that there's a bunch of birds migrating right now through our area. Multiple goldfinches, yeah? Hey, Rock fan. Hope things been going well. What else is new in your life, Malcolm? Is it getting hot up there yet? We need some rain so bad, man. So bad, don't we? Yeah. We've got wildfire warnings around here. It's gotten close a few times, but it hasn't happened yet. Rain, not the fire. What am I making today? Probably nothing. It's been so long since I've done this. I figured it's good just see what happens. But kind of a little bit. I'm gonna be playing with shapes for glasses. That's in the back of my head, not serious playing with it yet. Because I want to throw all our dishes this summer. Right now I use mason jars to drink out of, and I guess people don't find it as convenient as I do. I got some weird looks recently. We had some people come over, and I gave them mason jars to drink out of. And I'm like, mason jars are great. They're like multifunctional. You can drink out of them or you can store stuff. So. But yeah, today I threw a bunch of 1 pound, or wedged out a bunch of 1 pound balls. Which I'm thinking, that should be enough. That should be enough to make glasses. We'll see. I probably should slow this wheel down for this part. I think I've forgotten how to throw. Oh, that bowl I did, man, I'm pretty excited about that. That was from my friend Lila. It was for her birthday. I've been playing with this like psychedelic like design thing, and it takes a lot of time to do, but anyways, maybe eventually it'll come out right. But hers was the closest so far. Gonna come off at the top. And I just slow this puppy down. Yeah, I thought so too, man. I thought the mason jars were just a southern thing. But, like, completely respectable, but apparently not. And plus, I broke some dishes over the week, over the winter. We're down to like 2 bowls. We don't have guests a lot, but it would be nice for it not to be awkward when we do have guests. This is terrible. All right. First one down. Hello. What's up, dude? Yeah, it has been a while. My clay is in terrible shape. Everything's overly dry. And I'm rusty. How are you? It was my first one, hello. It's okay. It's my first one in months and months and months. No expectations today. Most of the stuff will probably end up in the bucket. Probably everything, if I'm smart. Charlize Theron. I'm thinking about cutting my hair off like her. Zoron says big greetings. Hello. Can you tell I'm sniffing? Yeah. Freaking pollen, man. So bad. I went to South Carolina with my mother and sister and sister's family, and I don't know what they got up there, but it messed me up as far as pollen. So this clay it's been sitting there for probably a good 8 months, untouched. It was a little dry. And I did not give it the care that it needed. But my strategy is kind of like, I'm not a professional, it's okay, I'll wake the clay up, run it through the wheel, and then re-wedge it, and it'll be easier to re-wedge. When it's all stiff and compact, it's too much to work with. I don't have the patience for that, and I don't have a decent wedging table still. I need to fix that. Is it premixed clay? Yeah. You know, it's clay that I buy. There's a ceramic store kind of near, I think it's in Decatur. Like, is it? Is it in Decatur? I don't know. It's like north side of Atlanta, maybe northeast. And you buy clay there. That's where I get mine. I don't reclaim or anything like that. I mean, I reclaim, but I don't. What do they call it? Forage for clay. Maybe one day when I have my own kiln, I will. But there's definitely clay everywhere here. But what happens is, you know, you get this, 25-pound block of clay, and it sits there a while, and all the particles of clay get maybe smushed too much together. It gets dry in some places. It's not. It needs to be like hydrated a little bit and then remixed together. And I say mix, but really the word is knead and wedge. But I'm very lazy when it comes to that stuff. That's the boring part of pottery. And if I'd known there was so much of that involved when I started this, I don't know if I would have gotten into the hobby. But so I don't always do that. And so sometimes what I end up with is lumpy clay that's difficult to work with. But my theory is if I just get used to it, because like really good potters, they can just push through it. People who are like, been doing this for years and years and years, every day kind of stuff. So I'm like, eventually I'll just get used to it. All right, one more time. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. Pillowcase. Or pillow void. Why did I say pillowcase? Anyways, but yeah, I mean that's kind of what I do for my reclaim too. I run it through a sieve. But I do that to get out hair and tools I may have left in there. It's very easy to find a piece of chamois or something. It's made its way into there, or a particle of something or other. Plus, like, it makes it really nice clay to work with. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because everything's like really well distributed, homogenized. I think that's the proper word. No, not gathering your own equipment more. Like, really, you just need buckets and a sieve, like Pillow Void said. But the issue that comes with is that you don't really know what kind of clay you have, so you don't know what temperature it needs to be fired at. So different clays get fired at different temperatures. It's not like everything gets fired the same temp. So you can fire something, and if it's a low fire clay, so it has low temperatures, and then you fire it at like a mid fire, it can like melt in the kiln. So a lot of studios don't even allow any kind of outside clay at all. The studio I use is really awesome. She's really cool. As long as I can tell her what cone it needs to be fired at, she's okay. But there's other places that won't even let you. You have to buy your clay from them. But she knows where I get my clay and stuff like that, so she's okay with it. Can't tell if it's doing that thing with the chat, so if I miss a chat, I'm sorry. Sometimes it likes to skip to saying whichever chats it thinks it's most important. I try to turn off that score thing. If you don't sieve properly, you can get severely cut by sharp small stones. Yeah, I never even thought about the stones and the other things that you find in it. But that is an excellent point. Everybody has their thing, don't they, Malcolm? You got that truck. Your channel's also a lot of work. You get up every morning. It's not work when you enjoy it. That is true. I mean, it is work, but it's like fun work. There's a mockingbird over there. It's so cool. So we went on our honeymoon, and when we went, we rented a truck because we were out in Arizona, and the idea was that we'd lay in the bed of the truck to stargaze. And the only trucks they had were like these massive things, and we ended up getting this like Dodge Ram, and it was so like I was joking around like if I stood in front of it, you couldn't see me. It was just a pain in the ass to like maneuver and stuff like, and it's so funny because your old truck is like used to be big. Like back in the day, I'd be like, that's a big truck. But now it's like a good size. It's like I wish I could get trucks this size. You watching some Netflix shows? What have I watched lately? I've been reading a lot, but movies, Weapons was good. God, I have to look at our list. I've been playing a lot of a video game. Blueprints. Please fly. I don't want you on me. It's a puzzle game, and I've just been stupidly addicted to it. And I watch movies too, but I have like the mind of a goldfish. So I have to look at our list to see what we watched lately. What did I watch recently and I was disappointed with it? Oh, we just watched The Ballerina. You know, John Wick. Man, I freaking love the John Wick movies. They're so fun. But I didn't really like Ballerina. I don't know why. I think I mean the flame scene was cool. I don't know. What do you guys watch lately? The Physical 100 or whatever, we watched that. It's like a Korean show. It's always fun. Well, Kill Bill's a whole nother level. I mean, there's like, I mean, Quentin Tarantino, he's an odd one, man, but I do believe he makes art. Did you ever see Death Proof? God, that was a good movie. That's a good movie. Death Proof? Mm-hmm. Wait, Kill Bill set up in John Wick's universe? Or are you talking about Ballerina? Wait. Yeah, man, Ballerina, I mean, it was cool, but it just didn't really do it for me. I mean, I love me some John Wick, but there were some cool bits. But I felt like there's just like I don't know. I really liked the fight scenes better in the John Wick movies. Like the first one, the fight scene in his house where you're like looking down and you can see the people interacting but fighting through the walls and things like that. Those shots, like I missed that. I missed that in Ballerina. There's still a lot of cool bits. But I also thought there'd be more like when they in the beginning they're like fight like a girl, so I figured she'd be fighting dirtier like throughout the movie, but she didn't really. That would have been cool to see. I'm not saying it was bad, I just didn't like it as much as I like the John Wick ones. Yes, Kiana was awesome. But maybe it's also because that was the introduction of like the gun fu thing, the whole concept, and also that one. I think it was like the second or third one where he like hit somebody with his car, but not like running over. It was, I don't remember how the scene went, but I was like, damn, that was cool. And I also enjoyed the whole storyline. It began with a puppy. I don't know, like it was there was a lightheartedness to it that there wasn't as much in Ballerina. But maybe that's part of the issue is comparing the two. Maybe I shouldn't compare them and see them as separate things. But that world is cool, man. You can't get over it. I hope they find a way to like continue it because Keanu Reeves says he can't keep doing it. He says that his knees can't take it. All right. See, this clay is just not. Got air bubbles. I'm gonna make this one go all the way up and then cut it in half. Have I played Limbo? Yeah, Limbo is also, they had another one, the same creators. It's the game with the little boy going through like almost like a nightmare world with, it's a lot of black and white and red. Really creepy vibe. What kind of games are you into? Like platformers, puzzle games, puzzle platformers? All right, let's see what this one looks like on the inside. Measure it. It's like 10 inches with a cup. It is a small cup. First person shooter. God, I can't do first person shooters. I'm terrible at them. Played a lot of Halo in college. Never got any good at it. I did learn my spots though. I did learn where I could sit. So the bottom's thin. See? Thin bottom. Way too thick walls. that's okay. The clay will be better next time. Shoot, I have a problem even just first-person games in general, man. So Sean and I got that Blueprints, and we've been waiting for it forever because we're big puzzle game people. And what we found was that it being a first-person game, we can't watch each other play because we get motion sickness. Or he can't watch me play, at least, because how I'm a bit sporadic, chaotic. I wedged out a gazillion pieces of clay today. Well, I didn't wedge them out, I weighed them out and smashed them and hoped for the best. Oh, hell let loose, like the game. I thought you meant like referring to like you play first person shooters and let hell loose. Did you ever play Dead Wolf? What's up? I'm just struggling with clay. I haven't thrown in forever. Didn't wedge it right. What's up with you, man? Sharukin! What up, man? Look at this. Old people. This is so nice. This is really pleasant. What's going on with you, Shuriken? How's life? That's right. We got 3 Georgia people right now. Taking a break in the day, or taking a break in life? And just the afternoon break. Man. One of these days I'm gonna stop being lazy. I haven't touched my clay in forever, and I wedged it maybe not very long at all. I'm like, yeah, I'll wedge it on the wheel. Nothing's gonna come off today anyway. Like, I'm not gonna get anything worthwhile, so just wake it all up on the wheel, re-wedge it tomorrow. Oh, that sucks, dude. Pinched nerves, man. My dog's got a pinched nerve right now. He's doing better now, but poor boy, it was awful. He's like 11 now. It's one of those things that happens. Is the world coming awake where you guys are too? It's so pretty right now. Did Butthead say that? You know what I've been thinking about rewatching lately? Daria. You would have if you pinched a nerve. Well, but it's at the pinched nerve age now, I guess. Speaking of like aging, I saw like, alright, so it was in the crossword the other day, but they mentioned like the MTV Music Awards. I didn't know there was still a thing. Hey, Jerry.
It's in there.
It's a nice thing. He's doing good, isn't he? Did you shit me? It snowed? That's crazy, man. It's hot here right now. I don't know what temperature is, but I'm guessing high 70s, low 80s, mid 80s maybe? It's so funny. Weather's an interesting thing. You forget how big the world is until you start, I don't know, comparing weather, I guess. Yankee Town. Damn straight, Yankees. Sean, my hubs, he grew up in upstate New York, so grew up with something called like lake effect snow. Like he showed me a picture once where they had snow as high as his barn. My brain just can't even like comprehend that. Oh yeah, so I was off. So mid 80s maybe down here. Yeah, we got things. I got a mulberry tree right now that is just overrun with mulberries. Our driveway is stained. Mother. What's up? Bonds? Bonds, bonsai. Where's my bro kid? The kid that used to call me bro. Right, my niece. She calls me bro. But I am of a mother's age. Shit, I got friends that have grandmothers already. From Indonesia? My father's wife's from Indonesia. She's from Sumatra. I've been to Indonesia, but only Bali, so... Oh, sorry. Bali's in Malaysia. No, wait, Bali's in Indonesia. No, Bali's in Malaysia, right? Correct me. I should know this. I was there. I want to say Indonesia. This one's better. This piece of clay is much better. What does what do this? It's clay. You too, sure can. It's so nice to see you, or talk to you. I hope you and the missus are doing well. If she's got any good book recommendations, let me know. I am in the hunt for a new good book. There's an air bubble in that. So what else is new with you, Ben? If you're still there. Did you ever get all your reclaim done? You don't really know English? That's okay. You speak English better than I speak any other language, so I only speak English. You gotta go get an apprentice. That's what you need, an apprentice to do all your reclaim for you. And you even have a pug mill too. I can't say, I've never even used a pug mill. I don't know if it's any easier. Yeah, I haven't thrown in so long. I think I forgot how. But I'll remember again. Oh, I can't speak Indonesian. I don't know any. Jenny's taught me some, but I forget. It's an interesting language, though. I know that it doesn't have tenses. So you say, like in English, you would say, I went to the store yesterday. And in Bahasa, right? That's an Indonesian language. And in Bahasa, you would say, I go to the store yesterday, I go to the store today, I go to the store tomorrow. Well, it's not a terrible, terrible problem to have, is it? Ben. That's what I'm talking about. Can you just like give it away? I'm sure someone would want it. I'm a poor potter. I'd be like, yeah, I'd love to have pinball scraps. Not at all. Do you have a busy season? Is there like, I would imagine spring would be a busy season since you do horticulture pots. I should make this thinner. It's the second one, so we'll see. We'll work towards it. What city do you live in, Bonsai? I'll have to look it up because I won't know. Unless it's Bali or Sumatra. And Ben, you probably get clay delivered to you, don't you? You probably order in such big batches that, you know, you just have it come to you. That's a little bit better, but the walls are still too thick. I mean, I can trim them down, but I need to learn to pull them up thinner. My goal this summer is to throw our own dishes. And we have floating shelves, so they need to be light. How old am I? I have many years. Many, many. 42. 42 years. How many years do you have? Oh, that's nice. I gotta drive like 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours through Atlanta traffic, so that counts as like 4 hours. 80s kids. Yes. So much better. Oh my God, aren't you glad you don't live now, like as a teenager? I went and picked up, there was a big confusion with where my nephew was supposed to be, and I was convinced he was somewhere he wasn't supposed to be because that's what I would have done at his age. And then I was telling my sister that, and she goes, "Oh no." She was like, "I got this thing, Life 360." And she can like see where the kids are at like all times, as well as like if they're driving, how fast they're going. Uh, and then also if their battery on their phone is low. I was like, that's insane. Yeah, man, way better. Everything was better, man. I was thinking about the other day, I've become that person. They don't make it like they used to. Like nothing. Like when we were watching that ballerina movie, I was like, man, the John Wicks were better because like everything looked fake. But I think it's like the CGI, or maybe they were using AI to like touch things up. I don't know what it was. But I don't know. I just wasn't sucked into it. I don't know. Yeah, definitely. You only have the four-legged kids, right? Well, we have one, right? One dog, no human children. Do you have any like nieces or nephews? This clay, I should have wedged it. I didn't. It's gonna have air bubbles, and that's okay. Yeah. They definitely live in a different world, man. The nieces and nephews, I feel sorry for them. I mean, I love them. They're cool as hell, and they're definitely more emotionally sound than I was at their age, but they have to deal with a lot of shit. Well, that's nice of your wife to go pick up the clay for you. Man, I rewatched recently, speaking of rewatches, Death Becomes Her. That movie aged fantastically. Fifth Element, always be one of my favorite movies. Like, I don't think special effects, like as far as digital effects, special effects, maybe they will one day. But right now, they just don't beat, in where I'm sitting from anyway. That's a good thing. Um, yeah, digital. It doesn't do it for me. I mean, like the original Jurassic Park. 12 Monkeys. I have to rewatch that. I think I did recently. That was the time travel one. It wasn't Christian Slater, it was somebody else in it. Who was it? Absolutely, Bonzo. You can do whatever you want. Yes, there you go. Yeah, it's coming back in my brain now. Yeah, we actually did have to look at our book. We have a notebook. I think I've told you this before, but I have like a terrible memory, like short-term memory is shot. So we have a notebook where we keep like all the movies that we watch, so I remember which ones. I do have to say, I just recently watched what was it called? One Battle After Another. That was an interesting one. It's DiCaprio, and it was funny because of all the characters in the movie. I was like, God, I identify with the middle-aged dude that just wants to sit in his living room. Doesn't want to go fight the world anymore. Yeah, so what we do is this is our strategy for watching movies is we take turns who gets to pick and they pick three movies and then the other person picks from those three what we actually watch and then we write it down in the notebook and we keep track because otherwise we could never remember who picked last and all that kind of stuff. And now we've been doing that since like 2019, possibly 2017. I don't know. Time's a blur. We're fixing to hit. So we got married on our 9-year anniversary. So we're in entering year 10 now. So it's crazy. I mean, I know you've been with your wife like forever, but I'm sure you've had those. You probably still have those moments. You're like, oh crap, we've been together 20 years. But time flies when you're happy, right? Yeah, but it's fun to go back and look at it because what we actually we don't just write the movie, we write the movie, the date, who picked it, what we watched it on, so we track that in case we like stop watching like a certain streaming channel, we can cut it off. And then we rate the person who picked it ranks it, and then the other person writes a short one sentence or one line description. So it's fun. We're all like sci-fi and horror though. 25. Congrats on that, man. That's awesome. That's so cool. You know, that's one thing that I think about. Like, Sean and I, it's kind of funny. Our lives have like circled. We were like in the same city a few different times when we were younger, but we talked like we wouldn't have been a match, you know, before we had met. If we'd met in our 20s or teens, it wouldn't have worked out. Uh, but there is something like, you know, my grandparents are together since they were like 20. They had like a 50th anniversary and stuff like that. That would be nice to have. Yeah. Yeah, we are each other's worlds, man. He works from home. I used to work from home and now I just don't work except for on our business, so I guess I still work from home. But yeah, it's kind of nice. I mean, it's more than kind of nice. It's interesting to know somebody so well and then like I don't know, even their little quirks, instead of like getting annoyed or irritated, I get excited that I still love them. You know? I'm like, I can know all this stuff about you and I'm still madly in love with you. That's just awesome. There were a lot of divorces in my family, so I never thought I would have that. to say, this is really nice. This is a really nice stream. I appreciate you coming by and saying hi. It's nice just to be able to talk to people and have a conversation and not having weird people say weird things. So I don't know if I ever told you this, but the reason why I started this was because when I first started, I didn't fire any of my work. And this was a way to, videoing it was a way to have a record of what I've done. Plus, I'm really bad at keeping notebooks. So, like, I have notebooks, but they're everywhere and it's all a jumble. So it was a way to keep track of what I've done. And so I could go back and look at it and say, oh, this is what I did on that thing. And, yeah. So, it was always weird having people come in and say weird things, because I'm like, dude, I'm just doing my thing. Yeah, very nice. It's, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. Like, people, back in the day, people used to do this stuff just to do it. You know what I mean? Like YouTube and things like that. There was no alternative motive or anything like that, you know? But I remember, because I was in marketing and sales when social media became a thing and, you know, turning it into marketing and sales. And now it's hard to see it, for people to see it as anything else. Like, why would you do this if you weren't trying to make money or do a thing? Like, because there's other reasons, man. Just like, sometimes it's fun just to do something for the hell of it. This is terrible. Next time will be better, though. Next time. It's like all off. Today's not a good day to see my progress. Like I said, I pretty much forgot how to throw, and I didn't prep my clay right, and I'm distracted with the birds. But point of today was just to honestly wake my clay back up. I need to fix my wedging table. I need to take it off wheels, and I need to adhere the top down. And then maybe I won't hate wedging so much. So why did you start YouTube, by the way? Because you have like a legit business. I mean, because for our other business, I have a marketing channel and stuff like that. And I haven't done anything in a while. I need to get back at it. But is that why you started yours, or was it just to do it? Oh yeah, I remember you saying that. You've been doing this since you were born with it, basically. Such a different experience, man. This one's just, I don't know. It's off. But tomorrow or next time I use this clay, it'll be nice, because it just wasn't in a good shape, man. And every time I try to work with it, I'm just gonna get rid of this one. It just difficult. I hate wedging. I absolutely hate wedging. But yeah, I've progressed. I've definitely gotten better. It's just, it's not second nature to me still. One day it will be. I'm hoping to get back at it. We have less distractions going on. Hopefully no drama for a while. We always have something. It was just like one thing after another for a while, and it was hard to be consistent at anything. So hopefully no drama for a while and I can do that. Because I got lots of projects in my head that I want to do. I want to do dishes, things to eat and drink out of. I've got a bird feeder, my UFO bird feeder I still want to do. I have the memorial for my dog. So lots of projects. $18 years ago? It felt intrusive. So what part of it felt intrusive? Like having the camera or having the people? Yeah, that was one thing I didn't expect, when I started doing this was, I didn't expect anybody actually in the beginning, and then all I got was creeps. And it was really weird. So weird. I was like, how do they even find me? I wasn't doing hashtags or anything. I was trying not to be seen. I just wanted it for my own record. And then I was like, well shit, if I gotta start. I got in a weird side of YouTube that was weird, and I didn't want to be there, so I started like tagging and stuff like that and making a little bit of effort so I could at least end up in the right spot. But yeah, I didn't expect to meet people, and that's what made me keep doing it, and not completely turn it off, I guess. Plus that, I didn't want to be run off. I was like, this is my project. I don't want creeps to run me off. It's not fair. But I refuse to put a lot of effort into it. Like, my max effort is streaming and maybe doing a quick short to show how something turned out. I bet it's nice too, because you work in your garage, so unless your wife comes out and talks to you, you're just kind of by yourself. That's kind of also a motivating factor, that I didn't expect, but having someone to talk to is nice. Man, the birds are really cool right now. They've got their spring songs. They're all flirting with each other. It's cute. Ah. I'm following now. Yeah, there's a part of that. I don't kind of cut back on all my social media. I still have my pages, but personal pages. I just don't do anything with them anymore. They tend to be sad. Not what I post, just I get on social media and it's just sad shit. But I don't know, I kind of there's a lot to it. I also see this as kind of like a record. After I lost my dad, I would have given anything for a video of him, and I don't know, I just thought it would be nice, to leave that behind too. Plus I'm really bad about taking photos and documenting. Sean and I both are. So I'm like, hey, this is kind of a way to watch my life go by. And that sounds a little depressing, but it's really not, I promise. I think it sounds depressing if you're young. Which I'm still young. I'm just not young. Oh, nah, man, it's okay. It's okay. It's been a couple years now. It's, you know, it's part of life. He was a cool guy. He still visits me. So, and I was lucky to have him. He was my stepdad. So I am nothing but grateful. So, are you working on anything good? Oh God. Exploration. Poor you. Your story's sad. No, it's not, man. My story's not sad. My story is fine. My story is life. Everybody's got a story. And, to not experience loss is to not experience love. So, that is a good thing. Exploration. Alright, I'm gonna get you centered right, man. I'm not making the same mistake twice. Dude, I gotta do some reclaim on my own. I got stuff that's been sitting here for way too long. Yeah, man, dude, have a wonderful time. I'll stop by one of your streams sometime soon and say hi there. I appreciate you coming by, man. Take it easy. Sorry for being a bummer there for a minute, too. Oh, shit. Hobo, no, sir. Hey, Hobo. You need to go back.
Go back. Go back. Go.
It's hot.
No. Sweat.
What time is it?
Almost 3.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get through all these. I haven't got anything worth the shit off. My clay's not in good shape.
What's up?
I know, no. I didn't expect to. And I didn't wedge worth shit, so. How old am I, bro? How old am I? I'm old. I am a grown-up. I am of the dude and man age. Before, bro. In my 40s. That's how old, bro. It's very curious. Everyone always wants to know. How old are you, bro? This looks like my tallest one so far, 11. 11. It's getting better. Getting better. But still a lot here. That's pour wedging right there. See it? Oh, he says, how are you? How are you, not how old? That was my first decent pull. Thought I forgot. Blue! Your ham license? What's your ham license? Like ham radio? This has got all sorts of wonkiness. Ham radio does not require a license. Hell yeah, I was right. That's cool. Wasn't someone able to to talk to the ISS on a ham radio? That's really cool. What made you want to do that? What's ADIO? ADIO? I'm tempted to keep this one. Just tempted. It's 14 centimeters. That's getting close. Oh, radio. That's cool, man. What are you gonna do with it? Like, what do you plan on? Just talking to people, or doing like an independent channel? That would be awesome. There are like very few independent radio stations anymore. That's a cool freaking hobby, man. Bottom's thin, but we're getting better. Getting better on the walls. They're getting thinner. You're gonna contact the ISS? That's your goal? For real? Sure we can! We're talking to Pillow here about ham license and talking to the ISS. I didn't know you even needed a license for that. That's really cool. Oh shit. Well. That's so cool. That's so cool. Talking to astronauts. I want to go to space one day. I just want to feel what it feels like to be weightless. And I want to see the Earth. That's cool. I had a friend, it's not anywhere near the same thing, but she had a CB radio in the truck and we would talk to truckers. I love hearing about other people's hobbies, man. There's always like something out there you've never heard of. Like, sure you can. People are cool. Humans are cool in general. Dude, what's your call signal going to be? Dude, what are on restricted frequencies? So you can eavesdrop for free. But you gotta have a license to broadcast. That's interesting. Who's the one that like issues the license? You don't get to pick your own call signal? That's not cool. I guess it's just a bunch of numbers and letters though, isn't it? So what happens on the restricted channels? Yeah, the truckers were cool about that. Oh, for hand purposes only. So what made you get into this? Like, what was the gateway? My username Cobra Laserface. So I was listening to NPR one day, like a gazillion years ago at this point. I think it was like 2011, maybe, and maybe 2010. I don't remember, but it was a radio show called Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, and they were interviewing some guy, and he had a nickname. And they're like, how'd you get that nickname, or did you just give it to yourself? And he laughed and was like, nobody gives themselves their own nickname. And the guy who asked the question said, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense, because if everyone nicknamed themselves, everyone would be named Cobra Laserface. And I was like, yes. And then they all laughed, and nobody, that's silly. And I was like, already in love with it. So I always wanted a nickname. And so then I was like, all right, Cobra Laserface it is. That's so cool. You're gonna get to know an astronaut. How awesome is that? Space is cool. All right, but who's the governing body of ham radio? Like, you have to get a license and apply, who do you apply to? Is it like a government thing, or is it something else? Yeah, it's not as, it could be a lot cooler, my username, but that's the story. What about yours? Pillow Void? I know Shuriken. Shuriken. I'm still trying to learn to say it right. I'm not saying Shuriken anymore. Man, you hear those mockingbirds? The wheels humming, but I mean, like, what's up, Jeff? Yeah, rolls off. If you don't mind me sounding ignorant and saying Shuriken, Shuriken, I like it. But now I'm like trying to be proper. Ben and I were talking about like TV shows and movies that held up with time. Original Twilight Zone, man. Definitely held up. So it's FCC. I'm doing well. Hope you are as well. Yeah, my favorite episode is the one where the guy just wants to read all the time. He just wants to be alone and be able to read. And I don't know, he's at a bank or something, but pretty much the world gets destroyed and he's just left alone and he gets excited because he can sit around and read all day. Then he steps on his glasses. Oak Ridge, wait, are you like a for real taxidermist? I hope they didn't go away, because that's also an interesting hobby. Dude, my nephew was trying to get me in that Invincible show. Okay, Oak Ridge, do you want to tell us about how you got into taxidermy? Is it just a hobby or is it your profession? What do you like to... Okay, what's the proper terminology? I'm going to say stuff, but that's not right. Boulevard, by the way, I'll put on my list, man. Officially. I need something to watch anyway. Thanks, Jeff. I am still alive. Just got caught up with life for a while. Got married, went on a honeymoon. Distracted by the birds. That's not good. That little piece there should just scrape it off. Thanks, Oak Ridge. No, you haven't answered any of my taxidermy questions, man. I'm really intrigued. What's the proper word for it? Like, preserve? Like, when, someone wants something taxidermied. Mounted? Preserved. That's the word. Okay. Cool. And do you do all kinds of animals, or do you specialize in like a specific type? And are you like a game and wildlife person, or do you do like stuffing rats and putting them in funky outfits? How does that one go, Shuriken? I remember the title. And out of curiosity, what were your thoughts on Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone? So you do big animals. That's cool. It's so interesting. Where I used to live, I knew a lot of hunters. They hunted boar and turkey. Those were their favorite, and deer. But it's not bad, but the inside is not right. Morse code. That's funny. So my hubs, he was in the military, and Morse code is part of his job. You had to get good at it. Did it dot 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 did it dot. Oh, that's a nice one. A nice Twilight Zone. Nice, good feeling. That's, you can get rid of this. But that's not bad. I really should try to push this farther and get taller. Eight words per minute. Yeah, he says he can still, like, he still hears it and he can say da 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 da, but he has to like slow down now and pick it out. But he said like it got to the point where you just didn't even think anymore. You could just hear it and just, you know, you weren't thinking about what was coming out the other end. My mother, she was a professional transcriptionist, and I think she was the same way. She could just sit there and hear and type and just kind of like flow through her and not think about it anymore. This one is too light. This one's terrible feeling. All my clay's in such bad shape. Grandma on the Wing of the Plane. Classic. Freaking classic. Yeah, I thought Jordan Peele did a good job on it, but you just can't. I don't know, man. Like, I loved his narration, and I like the fact that he took some of the classic stories and redid them. But if you compare, you know, you can't compare the two really. Plus, it being in black and white, that's like a feel too. Though not all of them. The later ones weren't, were they? Yeah, you do anything enough becomes a routine. That's what I need to get with my pottery. I got to get back into it like that, where I'm not thinking. I'm doing better now. This is like, I don't know how many of this is I've thrown today. They're all in the bucket, but I'm doing a little bit better. Muscle memory, right? Trick to anything. Yeah, we didn't finish it. What's that guy's name? Stephen Young that was in the beginning one? Yoon? But yeah, we couldn't, it just wasn't the same. But I love Jordan Peele. I love his movies and his screenplays. They read like novels. I don't think that's a hot take. I agree with you, Pulavoid. Do kids still read Shakespeare in school? I think they do. But it's kind of how, that's what happens with time. Language changes, even if it's still the same language. I'm not going to get through all these, and I just have to accept that. I watched a crap ton of Sci-Fi Channel way back when I was young and I had cable, and they would play all the episodes of Twilight Zone as well as the other one that was kind of similar. That was the one, like the one that had the episode, the only episode I can remember right now, and sometimes I get them mixed up too, but the kid that had like the magic powers, that the girl, I think she was a teacher, picked him up, and then, what was it called? The Outer Limits? But I have a bad memory, so sometimes I don't remember things until someone else starts describing them. Well, this is a terrible piece of clay. This is a terrible, terrible piece of clay. But didn't the 80s ones kind of lean more towards horror than just like spooky? Wanted. Wanted. So you did not learn Japanese. God, when did the Outer Limits remake happen? They got a movie, right? And Japanese is supposed to be a cool language, by the way. They have like a lot of words that English doesn't. I always think about that, like how language affects somebody and how they think. You know, like you can only, I don't know, you can only vocalize what your language has words for. So how does the language that you speak affect how you think? Did I watch any anime back in the day when I was young? Yes, but I can't say which ones because some of them were inappropriate. But Cowboy Bebop was cool. I was really sad. I was excited that they had the live action remake, but then sad that they canceled it. God, what else did I used to watch? Sailor Moon. But they remake that episode that I was talking about too with the girl, because the original one was black and white, wasn't it? Or partly in black and white. I can't remember. My brain is just a blender of facts. Some real, some imagined. Outlaw Star. did when I was younger, anime, but I didn't get into it huge. Yeah, there's a lot of like mismatch back and forth. Or like, I don't know. Like I said, my brain doesn't always separate everything. And I think sci-fi used to play them back to back, Outer Limits, because I think it was like Dark Shadows, Twilight Zone, and Outer Limits all back to back. Favorite cartoon shows? God, I don't remember. Oh yeah, I can tell you. X-Men, man. Freaking 90s X-Men. Loved the X-Men. Very disappointed when my mutant powers never emerged. I was very upset about that. I was convinced. I was convinced it was going to happen. What was another one I liked? Cartoons back in the day. Pirates of Dark Water. Yes! I know exactly. Spock. Cryptids, spooky stories. On YouTube? That's cool. I'm gonna have to look. We get stuff through our other library, and we watched something last night. It was kind of similar to In Search Of, but it had Lawrence Fishburne as the host, which was interesting. And it was a UFO one. It was talking about the UFO sighting in England on the US base near a forest that started with an R. I should watch that. That would make me happy. I have been watching something on YouTube, Steven Spielberg's miniseries Taken. in prep for his new movie coming out because they say it is an extension of that miniseries. Rendlesham, thank you. There was also that other one, God. And there was the guy that was in Star Trek. He was like first officer, dashing dude with a beard. Wasn't Unsolved Mysteries. But it was something like a similar kind of title, but it was like weird stuff. In Star Trek, he dated the psychic lady. She was like the counselor. Which Star Trek was that anyway? Not Voyager, not Deep. It was the one before Deep Space Nine. So maybe it was Voyager? I'm still trying to think of the guy. I know it's gonna come to me. Oh, that's funny. My dad likes Star Trek. Deep Space Nine was his favorite, and he loved Seven. What was her name? Seven of Nine. There you go. They were good. I like Deep Space Nine too, but Voyager was good. I'm not as good as the movies though. I didn't. Picard was always my favorite captain. He was also my favorite Magneto. I'm sorry, Professor X, not Magneto. Oh, yeah, well, mainly me watching it was with my dad. It was something that we did together. So. The originals are goofy. They're so goofy. like to trim, that'd be doable. I think I am going to need more clay for the size glass that I want to throw, though. Maybe a little bit more. Man, it depends on what you're watching for. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's fun just to watch something silly, you know? I do, you know, like, I think the later ones had more of like ongoing stories that were better compared to like the original was, you know, episode after episode. What was it? Red Shirt's always gonna die. Kurt hooking up with everybody, not appropriate for a captain. It's still fun, you know, still a ride. Alright, I think I'm gonna make this last one. I gotta do things. My nephew's got a performance tonight I wanna go watch, so we'll see. Because I want to wedge this other stuff up that I've thrown into a better bowl. It's been a while since I've been into a series. Like, really liked it. I mean, Stranger Things was awesome. We didn't watch the most recent season, though. What else was good? Oh, all of Flanagan's shows were good. Midnight Mass was absolutely fantastic. Squid Games was entertaining and good. The girls are really fond of his toupee, yes. He was dashing dude, man. He was the captain. He did his own shows too for a while, like what was it? Unexplained something. Interesting, a lot of the Star Trek people did those things, now that I'm thinking about it. Spock. That one guy. Bearded dude. I'm gonna have to, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna go look that up. What was his name? My mom had such a thing for him. Really? We haven't watched it because we were thinking it was going to be, we didn't want to be disappointed. You know? But we're fixing to get rid of Netflix, so maybe we should give it a shot. Before we get rid of it. I mean, just for Winona Ryder. I mean, do they give it a proper ending? But do they do a bunch of weird, like, aging thing on the kids? That just weirds me out, man. I don't like it when they do the CGI aging thing. I'm just, like, let people use their imagination or get a different actor. Like, one of the two. Okay. I mean, they said that they always had an ending in mind, you know? It wasn't going to be like Lost. So, alright, so this is going to be my last one, but it may not be because I don't think it's going to be a good one. I want to at least end on a high note. This one had an air bubble. We watched Fallout. We were into Fallout for a while. We didn't finish it though. I forgot why. I liked it. I like that whole, what do they call it? Atomic core or whatever. That atomic age aesthetic. It's fun. What else was good? We watched it's on HBO. It was the Last of Us. We watched that. Yeah, we watched the first season of Last of Us. Got halfway through the second season. We both got tired of crying. We were like, this is just sad. I'm tired of being sad. I want some zombies. Speaking of remakes and things, did you watch? Were you ever a fan of 28 Days Later? Did you watch the new ones? We just watched that one, Bone Temple. It was good. Yeah, they have a second season of Fallout, and just we're just not good at TV shows. We lose interest really easily. Did you watch? Oh, you watched The Years? We just watched Bone Temple recently, and then we had seen The Years. I was really pleased with it, especially compared to 28 Months Later. I like how they're not trying to remake the original. It's kind of going doing its own thing. And now I'm thinking about Cillian Murphy was in it. Now I can't even remember what his part was. Like, what happened? Because I only remember everything else that happened in it. Don't watch Months. It's not good. It's not good. It was so funny. I was so excited about the new ones coming out. I had went and bought the DVD, and this was before they had before they re-released 28 Days Later. So I went and bought the damn DVD, and it wasn't even the widescreen version. So it was just funny. It was funny we were watching it. Sean was like, "Why do we have this DVD?" And then immediately after I get it, they release it. But yeah, they did a good job. I like it when post-apocalyptic movies go crazy and they're like Mad Max kind of wildness. Like I thought Mad Max Fury Road, freaking love it. Furiosa wasn't as good. And I was really sad about that because I was really, really excited about it. But it just, again, too much CGI, I think. I mean, and not enough of those, like, really cool, like, wide shots. Like, Fury Road had, you know, the guy strapped up playing the guitar on the car. Like, that was awesome. It reminded me, you know what I think they should redo, which I don't know if they can do it better, but Escape from New York, Escape from LA. Snake Plissken. Those were so cool. Yeah, no, it was still good. It just didn't leave me with like that sense of awesome, you know, or sense of awe like Fury Road did. And what's her name? Anya Joy something? She's cool. I enjoy her. Um, Witch was awesome. A few other things that she was in is really good. But she's no Charlize Theron. But the story was still good. I enjoyed it. I liked hearing, learning her backstory. I love Charlize. I think she's awesome. I have seen The Menu. That was good. That's with that other guy. He was Beast in the new X-Men movies. Um, that was good. I enjoyed that one. It was so weird. And then Chef too. He was the chef. Isn't he in the new 28 years? Yeah, he was in 28 years later, wasn't he? Wasn't he the I'm terrible at that game though. Like I always get people like mixed up. But okay, good. I was right. Yeah, the menu was good. I enjoyed that. That was weird. What one did we watch recently that was kind of like the menu? Opus with John Malkovich. Another weird one. I like weird stuff. Like when you don't know what you're watching. That's his name, Ralph Fiennes. I forgot that was a John Carpenter film. I always liked, for some reason, I always liked LA better than New York, but New York is good too. It's kind of similar. It's like, you know, crazy genius, culty kind of thing with, yeah, John Malkovich and Io something. I think she's in The Bear. I haven't watched The Bear, but I think she's in it. I could be wrong on that too, but I like when people are just like, let me just make something weird. Makes no sense. Or it's just kind of out there. Yeah, I think that's maybe why I saw LA before I saw New York. And yeah, that's a good way to put it. It is a satire. What was the other Carpenter? He did a vampire one, didn't he? What'd he do? Hello, Bill. We're talking old movies while I struggle with this piece of clay that is no good. John, vampires, there you go. What was that one about? Like, I remember I liked it. I remember it was different, but I can't remember the storyline at all. I'm appreciating this conversation right now. I've been kind of on a stump of like movies lately of what I want to watch, and now I've got like a list of things. Under the Skin with what's her face? Scarlett Johansson. Yes, that is a weird one, man. Artsy horror. And Bill, the clay's not good because I did not wedge it right, so it's got an air bubble in it. And it's lumpy, which makes it a lot harder to keep centered. Yeah, Under the Skin, man. Artsy horror. I'm gonna do one more and then I'm gonna be done because I want to end on a high note and this one was not good. It was so weird. It was good though. It was, I mean, yeah, it was good. It definitely made you feel something. It was weird. I do think Sean and I, when we watched it though, we were like, this is too artsy for us. Give us some good old classic horror. Dawn of the Dead. You didn't know that makes sense to you? Yeah, it's like when you have clay, you want it to be homogenized. So I can show you how bad of a job I did. Like, so this is how much I don't care right now, but it's been a while since I've used my clay, so it's kind of hard, a little dry. You can see it's got like dry flakes everywhere because I just threw it in a bag. So none of that's gonna do me any favors either. But I'm really lazy when it comes to wedging. And I could sit there and wedge all my clay and add in water and make it better and do all that, but that's a lot of effort, and I can just throw it on the wheel, and probably takes longer this way in the whole grand scheme of things, but it's more fun. The wheel is what makes me happy, so I don't necessarily have to make something, so it's okay that some people would see this as a waste of time. I need to stretch. Oof. But I don't sell my stuff. I don't really, so there's no race, there's no wasting time. It's just a hobby. Shuriken says the under the skin, yeah. Dude, my eyesight's so bad most of the time. My brain just fills in the gaps. Oh, that's not good. Let's try again. There's another one. I always talk about weapons, barbarian, that guy, and that guy's coming out with some good stuff. He's up there. He's quickly rising for me. And of course, I'm excited about the new Spielberg. I do not have a kiln. No. Kilns. I'm a hobbyist. I originally started this a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't remember. Probably this is my 3rd year. I think I started in September 2023, I believe, or 2024. I can't remember. But it's a hobby that has, it's pretty, there are a lot of sides to it. And every aspect of this hobby is like a rabbit hole to fall down. So kilns are not just oven, well, they are ovens, but it's not as simple as just, oh, let me stick it in the oven for this temperature. And I wanted to just focus on learning form and making things. So no, I don't have a kiln. I take my stuff down to a studio. Oh. Well, what was the other comment, Shuriken? I have very strict auto mods on. What was some other things that we're excited about coming out? Liminal, I think, or no, Backroom. That's what it is. And my name is Casey. This one's not gonna be any better, so this one will definitely still be my last one. And just accept it will not end on a good note. Yeah, I heard this short story it was based on was really good. I read some of it. Not some of it, I read about it. And they said that, yeah, I need to add that to my reading list. Because I read that it gives you a lot of insight to the story. And Bill, yes, that's also another reason why I don't have a kiln. There's a lot of people who buy kilns, they get really, really excited about the hobby, and then they get overwhelmed because it's like, oh, I made this thing and now I fired it, but I didn't fire it correctly and now it's ruined. And that can be very discouraging. And that's a lot of this hobby is, or a lot of this craft is things not working out, especially when you're first starting out. Like things just don't work out sometimes. And so to add that on top of being new, and then on top of adding that things don't work out, sometimes things don't work out when they fire, things don't work out at this stage, there's a lot of different failure times for this hobby, so it's really easy to get discouraged. So my strategy was focus on one thing and then build from there. One day I would like to have a kiln, but that'll be years down the road probably. Because the other thing about having a kiln is that you have to fill it. You know, so then you gotta fill it with a bunch of stuff, and then when you're learning, you make a bunch of things to fill it, and then you realize, oh wait, none of that was right. So. It was nice to meet you too, Bill. Yeah, I knew that much of the story, that she was an alien and she was procuring the food. But I mean, I haven't read the short story, but do you hear, like, does she share her thoughts in the story? That's so funny. Eat is not allowed, huh? Consume. Yeah, it's like a short. I need to read it. There's no reason not to. Yeah, I've read a synopsis a while back, but then, like I told you, I have holes in my brain, so I don't remember any of it. And the funny thing is, I could probably read it, and then if you don't catch me within a couple of weeks of reading it, I'm not going to be able to tell you. But I think it's a short story, either a short story or a novella. It's not a full novel, which usually I avoid for some reason. But I just read a novella, Prime Meridian, was it? It was good. Yes, Bill, 100%. That is how I learn. I learn the hard way, mistakes all the way. Nothing sticks otherwise. That's funny. Has it been yours? Like, I see when it says, it'll be like, this message has been held, but it doesn't say whose message has been held. And I don't want to touch the screen because then I end up getting clay on it. So I miss out. That's funny. You of all people getting modded. I don't think I've ever seen you, in all the streams I've seen you in, because for other people that are there, Churikin and I, we frequent the same streams. I've never seen you anything but eloquent and respectful. I may actually wedge these other ones better before I throw them, just because these have been so terrible. Oh, they just disappear, really? That's weird. Do they show up on your side? Dude, speaking of classics, Terminator. Classic. I'm always polite to machines because of that. Always say please and thank you. I want there to be a long record of me being polite to the machines. Not that I don't know if it'll actually matter. That's strange, man. It makes you wonder. I mean, not really, you know. Just evidence of how we think everything is out there because of this day and age, but like it's so easy to erase, you know, at the same time. So they show up and then they disappear. It's so weird. Just bad programming, you know? See, maybe that's it. They're listening at all times. So you gotta always be kind to them. You hear that, mockingbird? They're show-offs. They're show-offs with their songs. Woo. Womp, 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 womp. Nope, it does not. And it was fun at first. It's not fun anymore. It's not fun at all anymore. But we'll see where it goes. I don't think I'm gonna fight this one anymore. I'll give it one more shot. That's exactly it, man. Why am I kind to bugs? Because to something out there, I am a bug. And I would like it to show me the same consideration and kindness that I show the critters. And I also don't understand cruelty. I'm just gonna smash it, but I'm not. I'm gonna cut it. It's just wonky. See, I wasn't measuring any of the bottoms, so they all came out too thin right there, mainly. Lots of clay left here. But that's okay. I think my phone's getting ready to die. Camera went all difficult to read. So, I'm gonna clean up and call it. It's really nice talking to you and everyone else that came by. This is a really nice stream. I like it way better this way. It's like when you can actually have a conversation with people and it's not just people going, hey, hey, so-and-so says, hey, hi. So I appreciate the good vibes, man. I appreciate it. And again, tell Miss Sharukin that she's got any good books to suggest, I'm on the hunt. Alright. You'll take it easy. Agreed, man. It was really nice. It was a nice stream. I guess that's what happens when you just don't show up for a while. You get in a better little algorithm. Well, take it easy. Hopefully we get some rain soon. Deuces.